Hello, my friend with a passion for war games and board games and tabletop in general. Today we'll have the full episode of Tabletop Corner about how to do war in Middle-earth. So we will see all the games that you can play to take the part of the Fellowship and try to get to the Mount Doom, and otherwise to stop them and kill Frodo. Lord of the Rings Duel for Middle-earth. It is the Italian version that Asmodee sent us. By the way, Asmodee earlier this month got the full rights to produce new games for the Middle-earth franchise, so you will see many more games in the next years. This one is a card game, but with the rules from Seven Wonders Duel. So basically it's a game for 2 players. The game is built around these cards that comes from these 3 decks. Basically each player can decide to get in his turn one of these cards, and I can choose to keep it, paying the cost, or to throw it away and it will be lost for all the game. Basically, when you finish one chapter, usually we have this kind of decks on the table, and these cards allows you to buy the next cards because, as I said before, the second and the third chapters are more expensive and have much more powerful cards. The cards helps you to, first of all, deploy the armies into the map. This is a novelty for the Seven Wonders Duel system. Basically, you have a very small map of the Middle-earth with the main location like Mordor and so on, and you can basically put your armies, the yellow are the goods and the white are the bads, and build your fortress. When it happens that in a location there are different kind of armies, there is a battle that is very simple. Basically, you lose a token for every faction, so basically you understand, you don't even to throw the dice. Some of the cards, like this one with the ring, allows you to move Frodo and Sam towards Mount Doom in this very effective ruler, and you see that they are followed by the Nazgul. When the bad guys play this kind of cards or other cards with the same power, he moves the Nazgul, that you see that when you move Frodo, the Nazgul moves as well. When you move the Nazgul, they stay. So you have 3 ways to win the game. The first one is territorial conquest. You basically conquer all the Middle-earth, so you win the game, even if you are good or the evil. The second one, obviously, is to get, for the good, Frodo to Mount Doom, or for the bad, manage to get the Nazgul to capture them, kill them, and finish the game because they acquire the 1 ring. And finally, there is a more tactical, strategic sort of kind of winnings. You have to collect these kind of cards that are the green one with a faction like this one for the dwarf. If you get 6 of them, and there is one hidden in these tokens that you can find, so you can also look for a 7th one, you manage to get the support of all the nations of the Middle-earth. So you win, even if you are the bad. War of the Ring, made by Ares, that our friend Roberto Di Meglio sent us. This is a fantastic game if you love deep strategy board games and you know everything about the Lord of the Rings, the movie and the books, obviously. Basically, it's a gigantic table, and basically you have all the Middle-earth divided in provinces, and you have an initial setup, and I can say the first time you will play, probably you will have at least half an hour to have the proper setup. The game's engine starts from the dice. All the game sees that the bad, the evil are much more powerful in the beginning because they have been get ready for the war from years. Each dice has different symbols, and the symbols basically allows you to do your action. So you have basically 7 actions in the beginning for the evil and 4 for the good guys. Also, you can use these cards. These are the bad ones. These are the good one, with events and heroes that can alter the course of the game. You can move your armies, and when an army is moved where there is an opponent, they fight the battle. In this case, the battle is a bit deeper than the one we have seen before. You roll a dice for each of your units, and for every 5 and 6 you score an hit. If an hero is present, or you have, for example, some of the rings or some cards, you can re-roll some dice and try to kill more. How you can win? The first one is the military victory. To get to the military victory, you can imagine this one as a much more deeper and complex risk kind of a game where you move and conquer fortresses around the battle. Second way is to get with Frodo and the ring bearers to the Mount Doom and cast the ring inside the volcano. And the opponent, the evil, will try to corrupt you with his score, moving the red one behind the ring bearer, and you have a series of action with the dice and the cards that allows you to get closer to it. If you get to the end of the rulers, the corruption invades the Middle-earth and the evil wins in any case. This is the second edition made for Mares, and also we have various kind of expansions that are behind my backs that allows you to play with more faction, more cards, and more elements to change the course of the game. Okay, the final board game that you are going to see today, in my opinion, is the perfect combination between the very difficult games we have just seen from Ares game and the introductory card games that we see in the beginning. This is the Italian version, thanks to the Conte family that gave me to show. Basically, it's you can see as a shorter, smaller version from War in the Middle-earth or an expanded one from Duel. And you have the heroes, and it's a cooperative game. Up to 5 players can play together against the engine of the game, that is the evil one that is played basically automatically. The game uses the same pandemic engine of the same name game, and basically this is a very good engine because the red troops that are the orcs move in an automatic way with these cards towards their objective. So they try to conquer the city of the good, and they are unstoppable. So it's very difficult to win the military victory. The engine is very interesting. If there is the red eye, the action is the one in the lower. If we have the flag, is the one in the top, so you never know what is going to happen. The situation is that you have a starting position, you have your heroes. Each player has a couple of heroes that are fixed, so you always will have, for example, Boromir and Gandalf. You can win the military victory, conquering enough cities, and otherwise the most easy is to get inside Mordor with the ring bearer. Before getting there, you can't just travel there easily. You have to do some missions that are specific to the scenario. There are different scenarios. The introductory one is very similar to the movie setting, but where you have, for example, to destroy the one ring. At the same time, you have to defeat Saruman and get the blessing from the elves. The rules are not easy, but they can be understood easily. And because it's all card driven and it's all written, so it's easy to understand. It's difficult to understand how to win. It's not an easy game. The evil part is much more stronger. For example, this is the counter from hope to desperation, and it's very easy to get to 0 and lose the game. Otherwise, when you finish the cards or you finish the red army, so all the red armies are deployed, each turn you lose 1 desperation. And what I like of the game, also, apart from the fact that it's not that difficult, is that you play together your friends, so you are all together against the opponent, and is very cinematographic because in the games we had situations like Frodo and Aragorn going alone because it's easier for them to hide from the Nazgul, or Legolas and Gimli fighting together against masses of orcs and defeating them. The game also has been just released. It's only 1 month old. And I think that, especially if you already know the pandemic rules, this is a game that you can play in an evening with any friends and have a lot of fun. Okay, our travel into gaming into Middle-earth has ended. We have seen many games from card to miniatures, and thanks for being with us, and see you next month.